Good afternoon. Hello on this lovely Sunday afternoon. I hope you've all been having a great Sunday. I've been having a great Sunday so far. I've been out to lunch celebrating my father-in-law's birthday. It's always great to go out and celebrate, events like that with family. So that's it's been a good afternoon. So yeah, absolutely having a fantastic Sunday. So I hope you are as well, wherever you are. Hi there again. Welcome back to my Q&A on Save, Invest and Grow Your Money. I'm Michael Scarbossa, and I'm here to answer the next big question that comes up quite a lot when I'm talking to friends, family, colleagues around some of their challenges around managing their money and in particular saving money. So one of the things I hear all the time is when I'm talking about people who they want to get ahead. They want to develop a better future or a stronger financial future for themselves. But I keep hearing these statements like, why is it so difficult to save money? I can never seem to get ahead. I really want to invest for my future, but I just can't seem to save any money. I would love to own an investment property, but I can't see how I could ever save the deposit. These are all pretty common, what I like to call them as excuses, but it's only because it's when you don't know what you don't know, then it's hard to go down a path where you don't see where it's heading. So, but anyway, so today what I'm going to do is just talk through my top 3 money tips about helping you think about money in a different way so you can get some results that will save you, so you can develop more savings to get the things that you really want. Now, when I talk to people about saving money, the first thing people think about is, oh no, I have to sacrifice my lifestyle. I love my life how it is. I love buying my coffee and this and that and going out to nice dinners or whatever. Okay. Um, and I guess it's not about sacrificing your lifestyle, but sometimes a few things that can rein you in. And the key thing is you need to really start looking at your spending, look at everything you're spending your money on, and start to analyze and go, hey, am I really getting value for the lifestyle I want with this money that I'm spending on this particular item, service, entertainment, whatever they may be? Because ultimately, if you want a better future and you want to save and invest for the future, that money has to come from somewhere and you need to find it. And there are a whole myriad of ways to find it. Save money in ways on stuff that you're already spending, particularly around bills and getting better deals and that sort of thing. I've done videos on this. Go search for them. But just boiling it down, what spending is really, it's just a decision that you make in the moment, whether or not to spend your money on a particular item, service, entertainment, whatever that might be. Okay. And it's not about saying no to all of these things. In a way, I think it's about looking at it in a different way, that it's a choice, not just saying no. So it's all about getting clear on what you really want from a lifestyle perspective, what you really want your future life to look like. And then in the moment deciding, okay, I'm not saying no to this. I would just rather spend my money in a different way that's going to add value to my life, and spending it so that way when you're making a choice on how you're spending your money that's going to add the most value for you. So really the first big money saving tip I have for you is you need to get clear on what result do you actually want. What's the financial result you're looking for? When you have clarity and you know what result that you're looking for, then you'll start to make your money decisions in a different way. So you'll start to think about, when you go to spend, you've now got this lens across things about, okay, if I spend my money on this, is this the best way to spend my money at this point in time to ultimately get what I really, really want in the future? And that's something that you have to think about. And I think it is really key on focusing on what this result is, okay? Because that will help you with your decision making around money. Now, I don't have any idea what the result is that you are looking for. I'm not you, and it's different for everyone. But maybe you haven't really thought about it either. Maybe you don't have really any idea on what you really want either. Maybe now's the time to sit down and think, well, what do I really want? Am I just blindly floating through life, spending money wherever because that's what's the next thing in front of me, and out it goes, it disappears. And a lot of people are really on that path. They haven't really thought about what they want their future to look like from a financial perspective. But I don't know what your result looks like, but what I might do to trigger some thinking for you is I'll share what my ultimate result is. And my ultimate result, the thing that I'm striving for, is I want to get the income from my investments working for me to a level that they actually pay for my lifestyle. So that's not the job that I go to. This is the money that I have invested and that income paying for my lifestyle. That's paying for my everyday living expenses, my bills, having some allowance there for the unexpected things that comes up. You can plan for birthday parties and insurance bills and car servicing and all that sort of stuff. A lot of people say, oh, a surprise, I had to service my car. Well, actually, don't you service your car every year or every 6 months or every 9 months or whatever it is? It's not really that much of a surprise. You just need to plan for it, right? But also not just your living expenses, things like your school fees for your kids. I guess that's in a way a living expense. A little bit of fun money that you like to have, some entertainment, some takeaways, some meals, whatever that is. And we all love to go on holidays as well. So you got to allow for what your lifestyle is now. Okay. And this isn't me imagining this outrageous opulent lifestyle into the future. It's going to cost a fortune. This is just me living life now. I like the way my life is now. And if I could get something else paying for that, then that's going to give me a few more different choices around money. If all of a sudden my living expenses and my lifestyle is paid for from the income from my investments, then that starts to give me choices on how I want to manage my life around income. Do I want to keep doing my full-time job? Is there a way I can do something in the same industry or similar industry from a part-time perspective? Is there something completely different? Is there a career change that you've been eyeing off for some time, but that's sort of like starting again? You need to put like an escape path in place. You're the main breadwinner for your family. How's this all going to work? So these are all the I guess I'm delving into the why of some of the results you're looking for what you ultimately want. So that probably leads me into the second really key point around helping you to be able to save money better. And that is really knowing your why. So this is, knowing what you want. So your result, really knowing your why, the purpose you want things. These two things coupled together, they are going to form a awesome filter across the way that you think about when you need to make some decisions about how you spend your money. And it may result in you making those decisions a little bit differently over time. Now, with your why, to really make this stick is really get into your why. And what I mean by your why is what's your ultimate purpose? What's okay, you're after a result, but there is a reason why you want that result. Now, just like I was talking around what the result is for you, I don't know what your why is either. I have no idea. So what I thought the easiest way to maybe give you a little bit of a memory trigger or a helping hand in the thinking about what your why is for you, I'll just show you my why. I love sharing my why. It holds me accountable for putting it out there in front of all you guys for me to keep going after my why day after day after day. I love doing this, and it instills it in me as well. So my big why is I just want to spend more time with my family. I have a beautiful wife. I have 2 young children. They're currently 6 and 3. And I have a couple of dogs. And I just love spending time with them. I would love taking them up to school every day, finishing work mid-afternoon, picking them up from school or kindy, as it may be for my daughter at the moment, and just hanging out with them. I love that. I love having that flexibility. But while you're working a full-time job, it's just not available to you, those types of flexibility. I would love to spend more time for my family. For me, what that means is ultimately it means a career change, and planning your escape path in relation to that career change. And maybe for you it's not that at all. I don't know. Maybe it can enable you to, like I said before, do something part-time in your industry because now you've got extra income coming over here. So you start to have more choices on how you want to show up in your life with the people around you. But ultimately, yeah, getting all that, getting my lifestyle paid for, of course, we all want to lift our lifestyle. And I want to do that too. You know, I want a nicer house. I want a nicer car. I want to go on nicer holidays. I want to have more holidays, all of that sort of stuff. So, you know, I'm just the same as you guys. I want it all as well. So the key thing is getting really clear on your why. Now, the third tip that goes hand in hand with tips 1 and 2, you know, your result and your purpose, you know, what you really want and why you want it, is having a clear plan on how you're going to get there. Now, without having a clear plan, knowing your result and knowing your why, it's probably just going to fizzle off into the background. So the thing is, without a plan, you've got no roadmap to run on. You've got no blueprint. You're going, okay, it's all great having a result and the why, but if you don't know how to get there, then you'll just snap back into your old spending habits. So there's a few key things you need to. What I'll do is I'll go through a few key things which I think formulates a really simple plan that everyone can do to get you a great start along the path to financial success or personal financial success for you and for your family. So firstly, you need to understand where you're spending your money. You know, where are you spending your money every month? You know, what it costs you to live. What are the items that you're spending money on that aren't really adding value to your lifestyle? You could probably cut some of them out. Looking at where you could get better deals on, you know, different things like your insurances and stuff like that. You know, setting up some baskets around where to budget your money. You know, so your living expenses, your fun account. We all want to have a fun account, holidays, all of that sort of stuff. So there's plenty of ways to do this and split it up. If you've got debts, and I mean consumer debts, so credit cards, personal loans, you know, you owe cousin Bill $500, I don't know what it is. You know, it's a good thing to get those out of the way. You know, carrying debt around is like dragging luggage behind you everywhere you go. You just don't need that. You need to find a plan to go, okay, enough's enough. I'm going to get over the top of this, get it done, get rid of your debts. You might not already have any debts. That's great. Home loan, that's a different story. Let's not worry about that right now. That's an asset which will appreciate over time. There's other discussions to be had around that. Now, and with that, once you get through your debts, build a savings buffer. Build a cash buffer for yourself. You know, I've seen this in a number of quarters, and I absolutely recommend it too. 3 months living expenses, a cash buffer. It gives you a lot of peace of mind. You know, there's a lot of financial anxiety disappears when you have that 3-month cash buffer. You're not living month to month anymore. It's quite liberating to have that, and it takes a little bit of time to get there, but you can absolutely do it, and you should do it. And why 3 months? Well, 3 months gives you a good buffer, but if you have income and protection insurance, most policies get quite affordable around the 3-month mark. So that's something else to think about down the track. But so now you've sort of got that sorted out, you've got your savings going, but you do want to invest, and you start delving into this world of investing, and there are so many options out there. Everyone's got an opinion. Everything's the best and the right thing to do. It gets pretty bloody confusing. And what I've seen with a lot of people, they get to this point, and because it's so confusing, they don't know which way to turn. They're scared of making the wrong decision, and that's going to cost them time and money down the track. So they absolutely do nothing, which doing nothing is the worst thing you could probably do. So, but I get it. I went through this, I guess, turmoil for many years, but I actually tried stuff. Yep, I've lost a bit of money in the process. By me sharing my journey in these videos with you, I'm hoping for you to avoid some of that and chasing the shiny nickel or the next best thing and all that sort of stuff. But there are some simple, basic financial plans that you can put in place that's going to go well from you. Now, if I wanted to go back and tell my 20-year-old self, what would that financial plan look like? It is this. This is what I would tell myself. Okay, get your credit cards under control, pay it off every month. Don't have any other consumer debts, no personal loans, car loans, any of that sort of stuff. Get away from all of that. I've done that now. But if I knew that 10 years before I did that, I'd probably be in a much better position than I am now, which is pretty good. But anyway, so get rid of your debts, save that savings buffer, like I said. And then from there, you can go to invest. Now, the two spots that I would invest first, so this is what I would tell myself: go and invest in a low-cost index fund. Now, a really popular and common index fund that could be worth checking out is something like Vanguard. That's something that certainly I've invested in. Low fee, tracks the market, so it's lower risk to some of the other stocks and shares investments that are out there. So that's what I would tell myself. And I have a keen interest in property. If you've watched any of my other videos, you would know this by now. And what I would do is I would find a property investment company, and you would need to find the right one. There's a whole bunch of questions you can ask around this to find the right one. Not going to go into that today, but get them to hold your hand through that whole process. They have all the right people, analytics. You find the right company with the right values that align with you, that don't have any conflicts of interest, and that would be absolutely the way to go. That is my key tips into having a clear plan as basically a novice investor. I would say that is the startup investment plan. That's what I would tell myself. Now, you could say about, well, why don't I just go and get a financial advisor? This all sounds too hard. That's actually a really simple plan. Go for it. Well, actually, that's not a bad idea. And I have my own financial advisor, though, I'm probably many steps further down my investment path than some of you listening to this video. But what I would say is, financial advisors, you've got to find the right one. Again, find someone who doesn't have conflicts of interest, who aren't going to offer you certain products because it's good for you, but it's also pretty good for them as well from a commissions basis. I would find a fixed fee financial advisor. So I don't see the point as your investment grows larger and larger, and they take a percentage, which that percentage stays the same, but the payment gets larger and larger and larger for the same bloody work. That does not make sense to me. And particularly if they're linked to products where they're getting commissions from, you start to wonder, okay, is there a conflict of interest here? Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. So I would certainly go for a fixed fee financial advisor, but then you've got to make some considerations about that. Like, it's going to cost you probably at least $3,500 a year. And now, if you've got 20 grand in savings, let's say, and you're saving, let's say, $500 a month, so that's $6,000 a year. $3,500 of that $6,000 of savings is probably not great value for money at this point in time. That would be my suggestion. You'll hear plenty of people say, don't DIY your financial advice. If you're starting out, you just need a simple plan, and you don't need to pay a fortune for that simple plan. I just shared to my former self, if I was going to go back to my 20-year-old self, what my simple plan would be. Now, you need to check that out for yourself. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not saying that that's a plan for you, but it's something for you to have a look at and go, maybe this could work for me. I don't know. But yeah, so that's my ideas around financial advisors. So $3,500 a year when you don't have a lot of savings and you're not saving a lot does seem pretty rich. You need to probably get that up to maybe, let's say $300,000 in regards to your investment portfolio, and that starts to make that a lot more affordable, because that's coming down to closer to a fee of about 1%, which is a good rule of thumb to run by. So that's it. I really hope you can put this info into good use. Take what I've said today, have a bit of a research, think about your, what's the ultimate result you really want? Why do you really want it? Start getting together that basic plan so you can start moving towards your future financial success for you and your family. And the really key thing about this is take some time to really write this down. Write it out. And it may take you a few goes. It may take you a while, but writing it out will help you get some clarity particularly around your result and your why. Absolutely get some clarity on that. And that will help you make better money decisions. Now, you need to keep connected to it. I would say write it on a piece of paper, maybe do up a nice little slide for yourself, print it out, stick it on your bathroom mirror, stick it on the back of your bedroom door, either or, somewhere else in your house where you're going to see this regularly. And what I mean by regularly is daily. Daily helps a lot because it's good to just keep that focus, keep reminding yourself about why you're doing the things that you're doing. And that will, and really envision it, visualize what you want, visualize your why, visualize your result, and, get the dream real. That will help you so much in getting success on your personal finance journey. So anyway, I hope you found that really valuable today. If you want to go visit my website, I've got a free PDF there that you can download. It's a short PDF on the steps that I took going from being in debt to buying my first investment property. I think you might find that particularly useful. I'll put the link in the comments of this video below. It's michaelscarbossa.com. Probably can't spell my surname, so I'll definitely give you the link. But anyway, take this video, listen to it over, take some notes, and I wish you every success, and I hope to see you next week. All right. Thank you very much, and bye for now.